Welcome to Fair Game. I'm Kristine Leahy. My guest today is a world-renowned chef who owns several restaurants. He's also an author, TV personality, and winner of Top Chef All-Stars, Richard Blais. It's so good to see.
Wow.
Can we hug in the kitchen?
Yes, we can.
Oh,
Yes.
we'll just
What's
leave our
going
hands
on?
out of it. It's so good to see you again.
It's so good to see you.
Wait, why do you have gloves on, first of all?
Well,
don't cook with
I have gloves on because at some point there's going to be raw chicken.
So we actually met at the Golden Globes, oddly, and I love to cook. So I talked to you,
Yes.
and you sent me to your restaurant, Juniper and Ivy, in
Yes,
San Diego,
in San
which
Diego.
was fantastic.
Thank you.
So I'm really excited that now I actually get to cook with you.
I know. And now, because we're both on this health and wellness and fitness kick,
Yes.
we're doing something that is like incredibly healthy
Yes.
and simple.
Yeah, so one of the
Yeah.
problems that I've had, I'm on Whole30, you're doing something called Whole
Life Challenge.
which basically eliminates anything that could give you an allergy. There's no dairy, no legumes, no carbs, lots of things.
Mm-hmm.
Game day has been really tough for me. So that's why this makes sense for this show, because a lot of people who watch enjoy football on Sundays and they want to be able to have those same game day kind of snacks,
Yeah.
but it's really hard on this diet.
Yeah,
right?
because like game day is known for like fatty foods, lots of
Yeah.
sugar, lots of spice, but there is a way to do it, and we're gonna get right into it right here.
Yeah?
So one of
Okay.
my favorite foods of all time, game day or not, even on a Tuesday, chicken wings.
All right,
okay.
so these are just regular chicken wings.
Here we go. These are just
Okay.
regular chicken wings, and we're gonna season them first. So you're
Okay.
gonna help me out with this.
All right.
You're gonna start with the salt, right?
Okay.
So salt. Now, actually, I'm gonna do it with you as well, right?
Okay, yeah.
So like when we're seasoning with salt, we want to season from way up high.
Oh,
right?
Salt Bae.
And we want to be. Yeah,
Salt
oh wait,
Bae.
are you gonna do Salt Bae? Wait, if you're gonna
Yeah.
do Salt Bae, first of all, it's like this, right? You got to do that. And people don't know, but it's actually Salt Blais.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at you.
Yeah, I have so many dad jokes, by the way. I've already told 4.
Keep
You have
them
no
coming.
idea.
That one needs a little
All
bit
right,
more.
got it.
I like to call chicken the babies when I'm
Oh,
season.
okay.
Salt the baby.
But I like to season from up high for a couple reasons.
Okay.
One, as a celebrity chef, it's a much better shot if you're seasoning from up high.
And you got to make sure you look good when you're salting.
Exactly, but
Okay.
also, more importantly, it disperses the salt around all of the ingredients. So we'll
Okay.
do the same thing with this garlic powder.
This is just garlic powder.
This is
Okay.
just garlic powder. You say that like, it's like not, to me, it's one of my favorite
easy.
ingredients.
Oh, mine too, because
Okay.
chopping up garlic is a real pain in the butt.
Uh-huh.
But if you just can do garlic powder, it makes things a lot easier.
Okay, so now we have this, we're gonna spray these with some avocado oil.
And
All
this
right,
is
you wanna do this?
most of the cooking oils you can't use.
That's right.
Right, with
yeah,
Whole30,
that's right,
this
because
is
it might be
clean
some sort of butter
avocado oil.
or olive oil. This is just
Coconut oil you
avocado.
can use too.
Yes. All right.
Just like this, right?
Get in there, yeah, just enough so that like it's not gonna stick to the tray, and
Okay.
also it's gonna have a little
We're gonna
sheen.
flip
We'll do
them
the
again?
other side. Let's do it. If we're gonna cook, like it should be real, right? Like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is a real,
we're
this is
really
real life.
doing it.
This is real life. Okay.
We have a hungry crew here.
Okay.
right?
Here we go. I'll do this side since we're splitting it up.
So your first job, because when I think of like big time celebrity chefs like you are,
Yes.
I think you're like in the kitchen at 5 years old, like with your parents. Your first job was McDonald's.
Yes, very, very. I had a very prestigious position at McDonald's when I was 14 years old. I was the poissonnier at McDonald's.
There's no job at McDonald's called the poissonnier.
That means fish cook in French.
Okay.
And it is a very prestigious position at a fast food hamburger restaurant that arguably serves one seafood item. And
Okay.
the first batch of fish fillet sandwiches that I sent out, I forgot to put the top buns on them. So like, it was a mess. People were coming back through the drive-thru, but I didn't realize I was being avant-garde well before I knew that that was my calling.
Low carb.
That's it, low carb,
Wow.
poissonnier. If I did that now, people would write articles about me doing an open-faced fish sandwich. Okay, we're gonna pop these in the oven.
Okay, what temperature
All right.
is that?
Listen, the key here is, because we're being healthy, we're not frying it, right?
Yes.
You want the oven to be super, super hot, like as
Right.
hot as it can be. So if you got 500 on your oven, do that.
Really?
I'd even recommend broiling it. All right, so now we're gonna make the sauce.
Oh,
that
we're gonna make a
toss.
sauce.
We have to make the sauce. Like to
There's
me.
not a lot of sauces you can have on Whole30 either.
Wow, so like this is good.
You're
Okay.
making my day.
There we go. All right.
Okay.
So this sauce is incredibly simple. It's two
Okay.
things, and like I don't usually drop brands, but like this is Frank's Red Hot. Okay, classic
Everyone knows
wing
Frank's
sauce.
Red Hot. Mhm.
Everyone does, right? And here's the thing about Frank's Red Hot that makes it compliant for what we're doing. No sugar in it.
Yes,
Right. So
that's tough.
basically, it's vinegar, it's chilies, it's water. We can do all of that.
All safe.
And then we're gonna combine this with ghee,
Ghee.
which is another way to say clarified butter or drawn butter. Super, super healthy. And then when the wings come out, we're just gonna toss them in
Can
the
I smell
sauce.
this? Is that weird?
Please.
I
No.
always like to smell my food as I cook it.
Because you're a real chef. Like
Oh,
this
thank
is being
you.
this
Thank
is
you,
being
Richard Blais.
revealed, and like aroma is
It smells good.
Aroma is taste.
And how easy is that?
Super, super simple.
Okay, so a couple more questions about you. So you were on Top Chef. You were the runner-up. Then you won All Stars
Then I
after
came
being the
back.
runner-up
Yes.
on Top Chef. And Anthony Bourdain was a judge.
Yes, periodically throughout a lot of the early seasons, and in All Stars, he was a judge on a few episodes. And you know, like Anthony Bourdain, that's my boy. Like R.I.P. Like you know, he made such an impact on our industry. He wrote the blurb for my first cookbook, which was nominated for a James Beard Award.
That's congratulations.
Yes. And usually, if someone tells you that their thing was nominated for something, it means they didn't win. Because I would just say that I won a James Beard
It's an
Award.
honor to be nominated, though, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
Do you have a really good Bourdain story?
Wow. I mean, yes. My favorite Bourdain story is after Top Chef. You know, I came back and judged Top Chef for a number of seasons. That's how we met at this banquet table.
The governor's ball, no big deal.
There we go. And we're sitting there hanging out, you know, where am I going? Bourdain sees me like coming back and doing all this Top Chef work, and he's like, dude, it's time to get off the teat. He's like, he just wanted me to leave the mothership, to like go into my own orbit. He was like, you're good enough to do this without just that show behind you. And that's my favorite Bourdain story because it was like tough love.
Yeah.
He's like, do something else, but it also helped me spread my wings a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
he inspired you quite a bit. I've always wanted to know what it's like behind the scenes on those shows. Like, does it get catty? Do you have to live together?
I mean, yeah, you live together. That's the part that people don't see, is that you're spending, you know, 6 weeks without a cell phone, without contact with the real world, living with 12 to 14 strangers.
Who all love
in a
cooking.
bunk bed, right, who all love cooking, and it's very competitive. It's very much like sports, but if you lived in a house with all of your competitors, which would be super weird, if like the night before a Patriots-Jets game, Tom Brady had to like, you know, sleep in a room with the Jets linebacker. I don't know.
Are you comparing yourself to Tom Brady?
I'm not comparing myself to Tom Brady, although we all have these dreams and aspirations. And I have to admit, as a born Jets fan, I have a confession to make right here on your show. I'm a secret Tom Brady fan. Like,
wow, that's going to make some news.
It probably will.
I don't think you're allowed to be a Tom Brady fan as a Jets fan.
Yeah, and also he probably would be okay with most of this stuff.
He would, you know what, you should just be Tom Brady and Giselle's chef after
What's
this.
up? What's up? TV 12, what's up?
A couple athletes that you actually worked with, Venus and Serena Williams, right?
Unbelievable, very recently as well. So yeah, I do a lot of these live cooking shows, you know, on the road, and one of them I was like, why don't we do for the U.S. Open is have the Williams sisters cook against each other. And you know, I set this up and produced it so it would be like, oh, they can just come out and like, you know, sprinkle some herbs or salt on something and it'll just be a fun moment. They showed up ready to play. Like they threw down in this 10-minute charity cooking contest in front of thousands of people live, and like were competing as if they were actually on the court. It was insane. Like I've had so much respect for them before that moment, and then after it, it's like, wow, they like go hard in everything that they do. So
who won?
It was a tie.
That probably did not go over well.
They were so upset. The sisters were so upset that it was a tie.
Check out our YouTube channel, Fair Game on FS1, to catch all the best highlights of our show. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode.